Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Leslie Canoric/Day, and I'm here to talk to you about the Argos. Before we dive right in, let's go over a few of our main topic points. What is an Argos? What does it do? How do you use it? Because yes, you can use it. So let's first talk about what is it? Well, an Argos is this big machine that you see right here on the left. It is a gas flow whole body contamination monitor. Wow, that is a mouthful. So this machine scans your body and clothes and hair for contamination. And I'm sure you're confused on like what type of contamination? Radioactive contamination. So this machine is very vital for those who work in the nuclear facility and who would come in close contact to different types of radioactive material and contamination that could possibly get on them. So that type of contamination is transferable, meaning that it can be stuck on a surface and then get onto you real easily, or get onto you and then you can take it home and give it to someone else. But thanks to this machine, it scans your body from front to back, from head to toe, to make sure not only do you not have any, but you don't pass it on to others. So what does it do? I already told you it scanned your whole body for contamination, and I'm sure you're like, yeah, that's simple, whatever. But what type of contamination, other than radioactive, more specific? Alpha and beta particles. Alpha and beta particles are the main types of contamination that you can get in a nuclear facility, especially here around SRNS. Alpha and beta particles can pack a huge punch, especially if they get inside of you. And it's easier to get inside of you once they're on you. So this machine scans to make sure that you don't have any of those nasty radioactive particles on you. Like I said, in the radcon field, in the nuclear world, this machine is vital. The last thing I would want to do is spread this contamination anywhere else. Thankfully for this machine, I don't have to worry about that. So, yeah, we know it scans you for contamination, alpha and beta particles, yada yada yada, but how do you use it? It's just this big old machine. Well, I'm here to tell you how to do that too. So, the way we use it. Step 1, you want to step directly into the Argos machine, face forward. So you should be looking at the machine like this gentleman currently is. And then you want to stick your right arm into the socket, like on the picture on the right. You're going to stand there. The machine will count down for you. Sometimes it makes a beeping now, sometimes it goes 1, 2, 3. It'll let you know when it's done scanning your front body along with that appendage that you put into it. Now, once you've done that, it will say, please turn around. So, what do? You turn around, bringing us to step 2. Now your back will be facing the Argos machine, and you'll be facing pretty much whatever room you're in. And you will put your left appendage into the Argos machine, into that nice little socket all snug. You're going to wait. At this point, you can see the little screen above you. And it'll count down, or go beep, 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 depending on the machine and the make and the model of it, because there's actually a lot of different makes and models. I guess it's like a car. But, so you wait, and then it'll tell you when it's done. The way it tells you when it's done is it'll either say you're clean, and if you're clean, that means you have no contamination, you're contamination free, you're free to go, or it'll say contaminated, contaminated. And what do you do then? What if I am contaminated? Well, if you're contaminated, don't freak out. Take a deep breath and do the same steps again. Repeat it. You have to at least get 2 cleans after contamination to be considered clean. So after the whole contaminated, you're going to step out of the machine. You're going to take a deep breath, like I said, and then you're going to step back in, repeating steps 1 and 2. After you repeat steps 1 or 2, if you get a clean, then that's great. You're clean. However, you have to get 2 cleans. So you have to step back out again, take another deep breath while it recalibrates, step back in the machine. You're in the machine, you're following steps 1 through 2, and then it says clean. And guess what? You're clean. You're not contaminated. You're ready to go home. Finally, because after a long day of work, everyone's ready to go home. But what if after the first contaminated, you get a clean, and then you go in there for your second time being like, yes, I'm going to get a second clean. And then it goes, contaminated yet again. Well, my friend, I'm sorry, but you're contaminated and you're going to have to call RP, which is radiological protection, and they're going to have to do a full body scan on you to see where you're contaminated at, if it's on your skin, on your clothes, and your hair, and see what they can do to decom you, to see where they can get rid of the decontamination, start doing that whole process. Like I said, you have to get at least 2 cleans. If you get a contaminated and a contaminated in those orders, you're contaminated. If you get a contaminated, a clean, and then a contaminated, you're contaminated. But if you get a clean on the first time, you're clean. If you get a contaminated, clean, clean, you're clean. And that's what we all want. Like I said, they make you check it twice because sometimes these machines can act up. They're not perfect. But as long as you get those 2 cleans, then you're ready to go home. Because no one wants to be contaminated. That is not a fun day, and you have a long rest of your day ahead of you. I hope I told you what an Argos is, and I've answered any questions that you may have. I know it sounds a little scary, especially since it's a robot that's going to be talking to you either going clean or contaminated, which is a little scary when you hear it. But it's really not that bad. The Argos is a wonderful machine for those in the nuclear facility and in the RADCON world. And I hope if any of you do go into the RADCON world or the nuclear facility, I hope you get a chance to use one of these wonderful machines, even if you're not going into a contamination area, just to see what it's like. That's all I have for you. I hope you all have a wonderful night.